Add to the stream. Hello, everybody. Is it working? Is it working? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Do we have audio? Do we have audio? Do we have audio? You can hear me? Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm going to pretend like this microphone is working, but it's not. It's actually this microphone that's working. But we're going to work on this because once we get this working, then I can do all types of like sound effects and things like that. I can play the One Happy Podcast music that I like to hear so much. Do, 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 do. Bump, 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 bump. You know, that music. I'm a big fan of that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Aruba Trivia Happy Hour, the online show. Sorry for the late start. Had some technical difficulties, and I am very appreciative of you guys for sticking through it with me. Thank you very much. Let's see. I am looking to see different comments on different things. So, like I've mentioned before, if you actually look at this on YouTube, it is much more user-friendly. However, I do understand if you don't do that because Facebook is so much easier for you guys. But on my end, YouTube is so much easier because then I can see all the comments and everything. I can only see some of the comments here if you're using Facebook. So the Aruba Trivia Happy Hour. The way this game goes, you already know, well, most of you already know. So there's going to be 12 questions, 12 Aruba-focused questions, various degrees of difficulty, going anywhere from only the most like hardcore Aruba files will get it to, you know, some of them are relatively easy to guess. I tried to get like different degrees of difficulty for everyone, but I want to set it up in a way that nobody can get a perfect score because there was a perfect score once and that did not sit right with me. So I'm going to log on to QuizStud so we can get this week's pin number. So give me a second to log in there and we will get started. Okay. So if you would like to play along, then that's awesome. And if you just want to watch, that's also not a bad thing, but it's not as fun as playing along. So I am now going to display what you want to log on to. So you want to go to play.quizstud.com, and the pin number is 9084. So that's not /9084. That's actually the pin number is 9084. And that will allow you to play this week's game. Play.quizstud.com. And then when they ask you for a pin number, you're going to put in pin 9084. You will be logged on to this week's game. So go ahead and get logged on to that. How is everyone's Labor Day going? Go ahead, feel free to put your comments in the sidebar and I will display them. How's everybody's Labor Day going? Wacky Snacks is in. I guess I should probably display the second screen. I swear I need to get a process down for this because it really is. Every week it's like the first time I've ever done this. Last pool day of the year. Oh no. Oh no. Were you able to get some quality swim time? Look at this pillow behind me. This way. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a beautiful pillow? You're exhausted. You're packed for your trip. Wacky Snacks, when is your trip? Valley, you were in the U.S. in 2007 for Labor Day. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wacky Snacks, you're going to Aruba September 23rd. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Wow, that's not very far off at all. A little bit over 2 weeks, so you're all packed and ready to go. That's pretty awesome. Anybody else have an upcoming trip? I need to buy some plane tickets. Maybe I'll do that after the game. It was a beautiful day. Did it remind you of Aruba? Was it that beautiful? Hello, Amy. Amy White. Would that be Aruba, Amy? I think so. I think so. So if you want to play along, then you're going to want to log on to play.quizstud.com, and the PIN number is 9084. And we're going to get started in just a minute. And we have one of the Aruba Amy's visiting us. And that's the whole thing. Nothing is Aruba beautiful. That is true. Except for this pillow. I love this pillow. I took that picture. That's from my camera. I'm very proud of it. Nope, different Amy. Different Amy. I'm very proud of that picture. It's probably the best photo I've ever taken. Let me reach for my beer. So please do pardon me, and we'll get started in a second. Okay, got my beer, got my coaster, and I am ready to rock and roll. Where is Maggie? Maggie is here. Maggie broke her phone. Well, she didn't break her phone. Her phone failed her.
I'm here.
So see, if you heard her in the background, she said, "I'm here." But yeah, she is phoneless until tomorrow. But then she'll be back with us next week. And I want to get the rest of this stuff working by next week, so that way I can play the theme music, and sound effects, and all that stuff. And it's going to just take the production to a whole entirely different level, because I am a gadget guy. I love the idea of thinking that this thing is working, even though it's not. So if you guys are pretty much ready to go, I'm going to share that screen. So share the screen. Which one we're looking for? This one. Okay. So we have some players. Not a ton, understandable. It is Labor Day. That's fine. We'll just roll with what we got. So we're going to start the quiz on 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The Antilles shipwreck sits off the coast of which beach? So which beach does the Antilles shipwreck sit off the coast of? Would it be A, Baby Beach, B, Eagle Beach, C, Malmock Beach, or D, Mangle Halto Beach? The Antilles shipwreck. I wonder if some of you have snorkeled it. I have, with my very limited swimming ability. But I still had fun doing it. Come on, come on, come on. Answer, people, answer. Let's see. The correct answer is Malmock Beach. 5 people got it correct. Malmock Beach, yes. The Antilles is off the coast of Malmock. And whenever I did full throttle tours, I snorkeled off the Antilles, and that was a lot of fun. Angela Martini, you also got it right. So if you want to play along with us, then the best way to go about it is to go to play.quizstud.com. So if you go to play.quizstud.com, it'll ask you for a PIN number. You type in 9084, which is for this week's quiz, and it'll keep track of your score. You can play right along with us. So now the next question is, what does the Papiamento phrase mala suerte translate to in English? Oops. That's me cycling through the different things. So is it a bad luck, more please, very smart, or very smooth? Mala suerte. Like my pronunciation on that, don't you? Makes you think that I actually speak Papiamento, which I don't. So what is the answer? What does Papiamento phrase mala suerte translate to in English? Bad luck, more please, very smart, or very smooth? Get your answers in, everyone. Get your answers in. Let's see. Let's see what the correct answer is. Bad luck. 5 people got it right. Pretty impressed. I am pretty impressed. So let's go on to the next one. The next question is, we surveyed 100 Aruba visitors and asked, what's your favorite thing to have on the beach with you? So we surveyed 100 of you guys, and the consensus is what the answer will be. So is it A, a cold beverage, B, a good book, C, my phone, or D, spouse/friends? So 100 Aruba visitors. So a sampling of the people that visit Aruba, what is their favorite thing to have on the beach with them? A cold beverage, a good book, their phones, or friends and spouses. What is it going to be? What would you choose? Angela Martini would choose a cold beverage, perhaps a martini. And the correct answer would be a cold beverage, perhaps a martini. A good book. Books came in second. I do know that. Books came in second. Spouses and friends. 4 people chose that, but of the four choices here, I can tell you for a fact that came in last place. And I'm not really sure what that says about Aruba vacationers. But we're going to move on to the next question. Well, let's go over the leaderboard so far. So far we have Maria at 30, Amy at 20, Coco at 20, Valen at 20, and Anna at 20. So let's go a little bit further into the game and see where we go from there. So in what year did Aruba first come under Dutch rule? So when did the Dutch take over the island known as Aruba? Would it be 1499, 1513, 1636, or 1816? When did the Dutch take over the island of Aruba? Angela Martini says 1499. Is she correct? Is she correct? And that is incorrect. The correct answer is C. And C is 1636. The Dutch took over Aruba in 1636. I believe they took it from the Spanish, who originally, if my mind's not failing me right now, the Spanish originally discovered Aruba, but the Dutch took it over in 1636. Now the next question is question number 5. The Papiamento word pega pega translates to what? Translates to what in English? So what does pega pega translate to? Is it A, cocktail, B, gecko, C, party time, or D, pineapple? Speaking of party time, if you have a drink on this Labor Day, I'm going to say, I'm going to call for a little social. I'm drinking some, because I rarely ever buy beer. Dogfish Head, mango smoothie. Smoothie. It literally says smoothie. I'm not mispronouncing that. It's not smoothie. So don't think, Kurt, you don't know what you're talking about. Mango smoothie. And the correct answer is gecko. It stands for gecko. So party time and pineapple were also 2 popular choices. Understandable, because the Pega Pega bar, from what I understand, is one of the best beach bars on the island of Aruba, and that's down by La Cabana. Everybody always tells me about Pega Pega, which I've never been to. But that's why I picked party time, cocktail, and pineapple, because I wanted to trick you guys. and it worked somewhat. All right. Now, I called for that social, but never actually drank. So cheers to you guys who showed up on this Labor Day to play Aruba Trivia Happy Hour. Much appreciated. Yes, I'm slow. Eduardo Trump originally created how many steps? Rounded to the nearest 100 to aid in the ascent to the top of Mount Hooiberg. So originally, how many steps were there to get to the top of Mount Hooiberg? Is it 600, 700, 800, or 900? Eduardo Trump, who must have been one heck of a guy, to take that upon himself to build steps to help people like me climb to the top of Mount Hooiberg. Because if there were no steps there, I would never see the top of Mount Hooiberg. So, Mr. Trump, cheers to you. You are a Trump. Eduardo Trump. Gotta be careful how I say that. The correct answer is 900. There were originally 900 steps that led up to the top of Mount Hooiberg. Anna and Coco both got that right. Now, my question is, does anybody know approximately how many steps there are now to get to the top of Mount Hooiberg? Does anybody know? Go ahead and put in the chat if you do know. I'll wait for a second because I want to have a couple more sips of this delicious beverage. Does anybody have any guesses on how many steps, and we'll round it, there are to get to the top of Mount Hooiberg now? Go ahead, put your guesses in the chat. Some interesting guesses. Wacky Snacks guesses. 1,000, and that would be incorrect. Angela Martini guesses 3,367. Angela has probably had too many martinis today to guess that it went to 3,367 steps. That would probably get you to like the top of like Mount Rainier. Gail Rice, whose name I'm probably butchering, 550 steps. Close. If Valin says 1,250 steps, I can tell you right now that the closest person is Gail. And although I don't know the exact number, because if you look online, so many people will give you different numbers, different totals. But from what I can see and from what I remember, because I have climbed Hooiberg numerous times, it's about 630. Now that's not an exact number, but 630 is a good guesstimation on the amount of steps that it takes to get to the top of Mount Hooiberg as it stands today. Now, question number 7 is, which of the following is not a restaurant at the Ritz-Carlton Aruba? Here's a restaurant question for you foodies. Is it A, BLT Steak, B, Casanona, C, Ketsu Sushi Bar, or D, Solanio? Which one of these is not a restaurant at the Ritz-Carlton Aruba? 3 of these are, 1 of these isn't. And I'm curious if anyone's eaten at all of these or any of these. I have never been to any of them. Not a single one. Has anyone been to any of these restaurants? And no one got it right. No one got it right. Wow. Yes, BLT Steak is definitely at the Ritz. Sounds like it would be at the Ritz. That's a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Casanona. Casanona is at the Ritz, but it doesn't sound like it would be. Solanio, also not at the Ritz, but I'm on the fence of whether it sounds like it would be. But Ketsu Sushi Bar is actually at, I want to say, the Hyatt. So no one got that right. Interesting. Let's move on to question number 8. Number eight is, what does the Papiamento word kakalaka translate to in English? What does kakalaka mean in English? I could have really put some interesting fake choices there for kakalaka. But then YouTube might ban me. Is it A, belly laugh, B, cockroach, C, rooster, or D, surfboard? What does kakalaka translate to in English? belly laugh, cockroach, rooster, or surfboard. What do we have? What do we have? Very interesting. And Angela says rooster. Is it a rooster? No, it's the cockroach.
Yes.
It's the cockroach. That's what kakalaka translates to. So if you have a rental property or if you're staying at a resort, you don't want to have to deal with kakalakas. I would not want to deal with kakalakas on vacation or in my own life either. No kakalakas for me.
Amen.
Let's look at the scores right now.
Amen.
Let's look at the scores. What do we have for scores? We have Amy at 40, Coco at 40, and Anna at 40. We have a three-way tie for first place. That's pretty intense. So let's just move on to the next one, see if we can break this tie. Question number 9 is, when did the Aruba trolley begin regular service? So when did the Aruba trolley begin regular service? Is it A, December 2012, B, February 2013, C, May 2012, or D, June 2013? Pure guess. I don't expect anybody to actually know this, and if you do, then you are a much more diehard Aruba vacationer than myself. But sometimes it's fun to just be able to guess. Yes. Who has ridden on the Aruba trolley? If you've rode the Aruba trolley, 2 people got it right, Amy and Gail. Yeah, awesome. If you've ridden the Aruba trolley, do me a favor and just put that in the chat. Have you ridden the Aruba trolley? Because I've definitely ridden the Aruba trolley. I've ridden it. I've ridden it.
What happened to balance?
Now I'm going to take 1 second to just say, if you are watching us on Facebook, first of all, thank you. But second of all, YouTube is so much better to watch it on because interaction is so much easier. Interaction is so much easier on YouTube than it is on Facebook. Some people are probably typing out responses right now on Facebook that I am unable to read. However, if you come on over to YouTube to check it out, then any comments you post there, I am much more able to see. But that being said, oh, Amy, you watched it being built. Nice. Gail, you've ridden it. Nice. I've ridden it. Maggie's ridden it. It's pretty fun. Something to do. It's a relaxing way to see the downtown area.
I got yelled at.
Do some shopping. Yeah, Maggie got yelled at. I don't remember what she got yelled at for. I think I think her foot touched the seat in front of her. Well, for one, she's like 9 feet tall, so that's bound to happen. But yeah, she got yelled at by the driver. The next question is, where can you buy the Killer Blue Whale? So it's a drink. It's a drink called the Killer Blue Whale. And where can you buy it? Can you buy it at Big Mama's Grill, Iguana Joe's, Lucy's Retired Surfers Bar, or Rum Reef? Big Mama's Grill, Iguana Joe's, Lucy's Retired Surfer Bar, or Rum Reef? Where can you buy the Killer Blue Whale? And if you don't know, just guess. Just put a guess out there if you don't know. So we've had one perfect score in the history of playing this game. And she said that she guessed plenty of times. So C, Lucy's Retired Surfers Bar was the answer. And 5 people got it right. But I'm curious how many people guessed and how many people knew. Did you know or did you guess? If you guessed, do me a favor and let me know in the chat. And if you knew, let me know in the chat. Pretty cool. Have you ever had the Killer Blue Whale? I've never had the Killer Blue Whale. I've only been to Lucy's. I've passed through Lucy's plenty of times, but I think I've only been to Lucy's like once. Everybody guessed.
Process elimination.
Process elimination. Nice. Nice. Guess. Process of elimination. Guess. Guess. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. All right, the next question is, We asked 100 Aruba vacationers, what's your favorite water sport, whether or not you're afraid to do it? A, floating. B, jet skiing. C, parasailing. Or D, snorkeling/scuba. What is your favorite water sport, whether or not you're afraid to do it? Like me, well, I'm not really afraid of much. But let's say I was afraid to swim with the sharks. That's still something I think is pretty cool. Although we don't see many sharks in the river, thankfully. But I wouldn't mind doing it. What is the answer? Floating, jet skiing. The correct answer is snorkeling/scuba. So yes, true. Snorkeling/scuba is the favorite water sport for people to do. And jet skiing came in a second, fairly close second. But snorkeling/scuba is definitely the number one. So wow, it's coming down to the wire. So we have 3 people that could possibly win this. In first place currently, we have Amy. Second place, we have Gail at 59. And third place, we have Anna at 50. Now, any of those 3 could possibly win. But that doesn't mean that the rest of you should bow out, because you can always just come in the top 3. And the top 3 all get their name in lights for everyone to see. Bragging rights is what it's all about. So let's move on to the final question. Dun, dun, dun. See, I wish I could just hit the button on this thing and make it go dun, dun, dun. That's coming up for next week. 12. Question number 12. How you like this? Stepping my game up. This is the first picture. This is the first picture question. So here we have a live cam picture of a beach. Although it's not live at this moment in time, it was live when I clipped it. Which resort is attached to this particular beach? Is it A, Amsterdam Manor, B, Aruba Beach Club, C, Casa del Mar, or D, Playa Linda? Pittsburgh teaches a gold medal floater. Yes, but today you're not even a bronze medal winner. Just kidding. Here we have a live cam picture, and who got it right? Only one person got it right, and that's Pittsburgh Gigi. Oh, but not enough to put her to the top 3. So the top 3 for this week's Aruba Trivia Online Happy Hour is Amy with 60, Gail at 59, and then Anna at 50. Those are your top 3. You guys did amazing. There's your name and lights. Anna, Gail, or Amy, Gail, and Anna. The winners of the 9-6 Aruba Trivia Online Happy Hour. Amy with 60, Gail at 59, and Anna at 50. So what do you guys think? How was the game? Did you have fun? Hopefully you did. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Oh, poor Maggie. She's over here dying because her phone, she doesn't have one. But she'll be back next week with a vengeance. That's what she told me to say. She said I'm going to be back with a vengeance. I'm going to win next week. I don't think she will. I mean, she'll be back, but I don't think she'll win. Because you guys are incredible at this game. You guys are fantastic. Do you have any suggestions for the game, Gap? Did you like the picture quiz, the picture question that I had? Because I want to branch out and do some more things like that. If you guys like it, I like pictures, maybe some sounds, things like that. I don't know. I'm open to any suggestions. This is a nice hobby for me to have. Keeps me out of trouble. Gives me a creative outlet. Lets me escape from the regular world into my created Aruba world. So any suggestions that you guys have, I'm open. Most definitely. Thank you, Amy. You like the changes that I made? Awesome. Pictures. You want more pictures? So what do you think? Maybe 2 pictures per I don't want to overload things with any specific singular type of it was good, but you missed Maggie.
No, I missed you too.
She just said she missed you too. Yeah, her phone died last night, the battery. So I have another one coming, but it won't be here until tomorrow. So the timing on it sucked. If it had died early, if I had thought to reorder her a phone early in the day, it possibly could have been here for tonight. But that was me dropping the ball.
I think Maggie should be a guest host.
Oh, so let me ask you this. What do you think about guest hosts? Because I can bring anybody that wants to come on, anybody with a camera that wants to come on, I can bring them on and they can join the show. You learned some new stuff, Valen? You learned some new stuff? Just messing with you because of the typo. Happens to the best of us. I thought it was a good game. I dig it. I want to say that I appreciate you guys for joining me. Most definitely. I have fun every Monday. I look forward to it. I'm going to get started on next week's game. Probably probably not long after I log off of this.
That one needs to be a guest host.
Yes. You have a good night, and we will see you again next week, hopefully. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. And if you have any suggestions, just hit me up on Facebook. I'm always looking for ways to improve the game. New places to go and new drinks to try. That should be on a shirt somewhere. New places to go and new drinks to try. You guys have a good night. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for joining me for this week's episode of Aruba Trivia Online Happy Hour. Take care. Good night. Bon noche. That's right. As Valen says it. Pasa en bon noche, everyone.